All right, y'all, man. So I'm back, man. What a ball game! Like I did a short one on Will Howard for what he was able to do, but what a game! Like this game had everything, bro. Like that's so much to just take away and break down from this game. Like when you look at it, like you had those calls at the end. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you had controversial calls, you had big plays, you had turnovers, you had sacks, you had running game. It was so much that went into this game that made it electric, man. And I've been saying it for years. Fox, somebody got to figure it out. When Ohio State plays Penn State, or Ohio State plays Michigan, or Oregon plays Ohio State, or Oregon plays Penn State, whatever it may be, you got to find a way to make these night games. Now, granted, the Oregon-Ohio State game was, and it was on Peacock, NBC. But I'm talking about Fox in general. When Fox picks up a game, stop making it in the morning. Stop making it at 12, man. The environment was crazy. Like, I got to make these night games, man. That's how dynamite this game was, man. Just on both sides of the ball. So, definitely got to start doing that. All right, first off, all right, let's go ahead and talk. I already talked about Will Howard, but let's go ahead and talk about Penn State and the missed opportunities in this one. Now, credit to them because they were able to save a possession, right? They about to go up 2 scores, Ohio State, earlier in the game. They end up forcing a fumble against Will Howard and ends up being a touchback. You could say a controversial call at that point in the game, but good job by them not allowing points. They peep this. I'm going to take out because that's where the part was most exciting. They going down the field. Imagine how much this game would have changed. They're down 14-10. They could potentially take the lead 17-14, right? Number one, Bixon gets cooked on the first one, gets stiff-armed in a play. And now, that's not really Drew Aller's fault because, I mean, he put it there. But your receiver got to catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? And then Bixon just makes an incredible play. Like, he's trailing the play, tries to bat it, right? Misses, keeps his eyes on the football, and grabs it from the defender and drags 1 foot. That saves 7 points for Ohio State in this game where points were a premium. You know what I'm saying? They could have went 17-14, all the momentum, even though Ohio State got the ball out the half. All right? So that was big. That was crucial, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to it. So shout out to him, man. Big time play. So that was a controversial call as well. I know Penn State fans were like, what the heck? What's going on? Hey, he just made a heck of a play. Now, the other one for Penn State was when Quinshon Judkins had the ball. Really a bang-bang play, but I could see how that could be a fumble because he caught it, took 1-2, and then he kind of like turned. But they said it was 2 bang-bang and reversed it. That was a big moment in the game, too, because they could have took the ball and went down and scored and took the lead, too. But that ends up getting reversed. And then next thing you know, Ohio State gets the big play to not Marvin Harris, I'm sorry. Big play to Jeremiah Smith where he cooks the defender, does a little shuttle. I like he's going that way, goes out, cooks the defender on a 3rd and 9. They get the first down and they kick a field goal, right? Get a comfortable lead. So it's like those are the critical plays. Like now, one of them did go Penn State's way, but the other 2 did not. And I can't blame Drew Aller. It's just like offensively, it wasn't the best game plan. Then you go to the 4th quarter. Okay, in the 4th quarter, y'all, follow me now. You got the ball 4th and goal. You got 71 coming in motion. I get it. But the play calling was terrible right there, man. And like I said, the running game was not that good. They did amass 120 yards total. But look at it. This is crazy to me. K-Tron Allen, your leading rusher this year, 2.3 yards per carry. Tyler Warren, who's your dynamic tight end, probably going to be an NFL prospect, had 47 yards rushing and 15.7 clip, right? And then your other really good runner, Singleton, had 6 for 15. The running game was not good in this game at all. It was not. And then, you know, that goal line, you got to have something creative. Like, that wasn't creative enough going to one side. Like, you might even have somebody kind of peel out. When you are at that goal line and they stuffed them, credit Ohio State's defensive line, they stuffed them multiple times in the middle. You got to have something creative. Running back coming out on the flat, a bootleg, something. Drew Aller was doing a good job in this game running the football and going and getting first downs. Find something where you can get him out on the perimeter where he has multiple options where he can either extend the play or he can find one of his receivers. I feel like Penn State didn't do that enough in this one. And you got to involve on the goal line Tyler Warren. What are we doing? Give that man the ball. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the play calling for this one, Penn State, was just not good enough. So it's tough, man. And the problem is James Franklin's a great coach, but he cannot win the big game. You know what I'm saying? Now, will this dampen their playoff hopes? I think not. They have a pretty weak schedule. We talked about it. I had Ohio State winning this one, like I told y'all. But going forward, they should be able to win out. They're going to be 11-1. That should get you into the postseason. And, you know what I'm saying, you lost narrowly, one possession game to Ohio State. You should still be able to make the playoff. But they got to find a way to be more creative. you know what I'm saying, going forward. And they were just 3 of 11 on third down. Got to find different ways, man, to make it easier for your team and get positive yards. Running game was absolutely shut down for the most part, and they couldn't really get a lot going. Now, credit Ohio State. Now, I want to give a shout-out to the offensive line, right? You had 74 and 75. Jackson, I think his name is Donovan Jackson. Yo, he was great in this game. Now, obviously, number 11 for Penn State had his couple sacks, had his couple big plays. But mind you, guys, he's predominantly a guard, not a tackle. For him to shift over when the team needed the most in a kind of uncomfortable position that he doesn't usually play, I think he played pretty good today. And you got to credit this offensive line. End of the game, right, on that goal line stand, you know what I'm saying, they get the ball on the 1 yard line, y'all. The 1 yard line. And it wasn't just Quishon Judkins, who I thought had a marvelous game, 95 yards. And the offensive line created so many holes for him and Trevion Henderson to run through. Like, they were gashing Penn State, who had like about 4 or 5 minutes left in the game with 3 timeouts. Big holes, they're getting 5, 6, 7 yards of carry, making it easy on third down. And then, like I said, I already talked about Will Howard shouting him out, him getting those 2 big conversions to ice the game. That was a full, complete effort. The special teams did enough, hit the 2 field goals in this one. The defense was spectacular, I thought, for the most part. The offensive line block, this was a complete signature win for Ryan Day and co. This is what you wanted. So now he gets that kind of little bit, I don't want to say monkey off his back, but he gets a little bit of that pressure off of him now. Now he can kind of look forward to, okay, let's finish the season strong. We got 4 more games before we possibly go into a Big Ten championship matchup. Now it depends because they still got to play Indiana. But if you beat Indiana, now you're likely going to be in that spot to be able to get into a Big Ten championship. But I thought a complete team effort for Ohio State. I thought they did a great job. The defense did good, not making it easy for them, making it tough. Shutting down the passing attack under 150 yards. Rushing attack combined only 120 yards. No guy got over 50 yards rushing. The best rusher was Tyler Warren, the tight end. This was a complete effort from them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Will Howard missed on a couple throws in this game, right, to Carnell Tate, right, and obviously Jeremiah Smith. But for the most part, he did what he was supposed to do. So I didn't understand at halftime why I was like, oh, Julian Sand should come in. He had to pick 6 early, but he rebounded well with an Emeka Buka 25-yard touchdown. Hey, man, I thought he did enough. He showed that he can be a dual threat as well. He's not just a pocket passer. And the running game got going. It's a complete team effort. So in the grand scheme of things, man, that's kind of how it looks. I think Penn State should still get a spot. They could play competitively. This was a 1-score game, defensive. This great old-fashioned Big Ten football, rivalry football on both sides of the ball. Just Ohio State made more plays when it mattered most. And I know some Penn State fans are going to be mad. They're going to be like, whoa, the ref swallowed the whistle. We had some pass interference penalties, these reviews, everything went against us in this game. And I feel you. I mean, maybe you got a point. But I feel like Ohio State just showed they was the better team. Penn State did not make enough plays when it mattered most. You know what I'm saying? And when you get plays like that and your defense gets a pick 6, offense has to do more. You take away the pick 6, y'all, guess how much the offense scored? They scored 6 points. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, that's why I credit Ohio State defense. They scored 6 points offensively. That is a problem. Your defense pretty much kept you in the game for the most part. You got to do some more offensively. So that's what it comes down to for Penn State. Better play calling, getting your guys more into a rhythm, you know what I'm saying, and finding just different ways to get your playmakers the ball. That's what it comes down to, man. But in an electric game, both sides of the way, man. Big for the college football playoff implications. Ohio State, now you feel good. You're locked in. Now you just got to handle business in a few weeks against Indiana. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's going to come down to, man. So, great game. Thought it was one of the best ones on Saturday. Had my popcorn ready for this one, man, and it lived up to the billing. Yes, it did. So, got comment below, Buckeyes, Penn State fans. What's your thoughts on this contest? I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments.